Hello, this is Pharaoh Benson with Nation 473. Coming to you guys with part 2 of a video where we got all of this. All of these Officer Skill EXP books. So make sure to check that video out to know kind of how we obtained it and where a amazing source of skill books are that you may or may not know. A surprising amount of people didn't know, so it was kind of nice to make that one. So for me, it's the next morning after recording. I am thinking about how I want to increase. And thought about this a lot last night because there's a few roads we can take. There's a few paths we can use to really help the city out. And the first one is key skills on the directors, right? First aid, fuel up, comprehension. Those ones don't have any levels at all in the officers that we're using. The other thing that I noticed is that there's some level disparities for long range expert. That's actually very big. The melee hit points are probably going to be ignored today because we're not going to get, we don't have an unlimited amount of skill books, right? So really kind of getting into some of these long range experts, we can get some extra LRA and some extra long range hit points, which is decent. There's also these skills in here to consider, right? Which don't underestimate how good these are. These are very good skills. So the question then comes out okay, well, what are we going to increase? What are we going to do? So I thought a lot about it, and what I'm thinking is the best case scenario is actually going to be a hybrid of a couple things. So it doesn't take all that many skill books to get to level 10. So I may get the core skills from these officers up to level 10 and spend 122 skill books each on these. And just stick at 10 for a while. You need some fuel up because you want to get your mobility down to around 1/120. A little bit lower than that's fine. A little bit higher than that isn't terrible either. But I like that number. It's just a good break point to hit. So we're going to start with that. Again, got there, and then we're going to do another 122 here. We're going to call it good. Comprehension's nice, but it's not required. I'm not going to bother with comprehension today because I've got way too many other important skills to play with. Like first aid. Same thing. I'm going to go straight to 122, right? We're getting an extra 8.3%. We're getting an extra 10% wounded ratio off this right now. And that's going to be big in this upcoming void. Because when we're talking troop-wise, I'm still technically recovering on the city. I know it was hit in a void not that long ago, and I can tell. So being able to recover faster is going to be key, and not losing as many troops is going to be big too. But I don't think that these should just be level 10. I actually honestly think that this investment right there might be the smartest thing I can do. And it's just straight back to that other point, right? So it's an extra 231 skill books, though. I don't know if I like that. And split the difference. Let's do 12. 12 shouldn't be that bad, and it'll give me an extra 2%, right? Yeah. Okay, so 73, I like this better. So we're going to go up to 12. It's 11.23% there. And then that's going to be probably the same here, 73. Yeah, okay. And that leaves us 700 books to play with. And so now that'll bring my overall wounded ratio up to 42%, which isn't terrible. I kind of tend to prefer it in the 50% ratio, but having 42% is actually not bad. So where do we go next? I want to sort out these long-range experts. I think they all should be preferably 15. Am I going to run out of books by doing that, though? Yes. So if I'm going to run out of books doing 15s, then let's do 13. Let's get everyone to 13 real quick. Yeah, well, that was fast. 13. And that one's already 15. Okay, cool. So, all right, what does that leave us? It leaves us another 287 books, right? So we've got a few options for what we can do next. But my favorite ones with where all of these skills are at is probably going to be just going straight back into the LRA books. So when we get to this point where we're running low on books, upgrade the highest level officers with the highest amount of stars first. And it's just because mastery goes up every single level. And so you get just a little bit more out of that because we're getting almost a full percent out of him as level 55 star. Whereas her with a level 47 5 star, we're getting just slightly less at 9.24, right? So it's 9.6. This one's 9.2. Do this now. All right. And so the next highest level is all of these guys, but we don't need to do all of them. And we're going to have enough books to get everyone to 14. Cool. And I think that's as far as we're going to be able to get, because at this point, the only thing that I could technically do would be to level like comprehension or something like that. And I don't really feel like doing that on this city at this moment. I think my long goal is going to be getting these to at least level 15, preferably level 20 eventually, but it's going to take some serious time in books. But you can kind of see how that affects things. Now, the key on this one too. So when we go into officer ranking, we've now gained an extra almost 400,000 officer experience today. We were at like 4 million at the start of the day. We were down in here, and we managed to jump up, even further than we were before. So just a cool call out, something that a lot of people maybe don't know. And the other thing we managed to do today is we gained 10% LRA. I clicked the wrong button, just realized that. So yeah, we're at 846. And before we were at 846. It didn't change now. Oh, because it's base stats. That's off of an attack. So yeah, we'll take a look at the actual reports later. Because I could attack a city, but it's not going to give me the actual number. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. But it should be right around it's like 2.5% per, almost 3% per. Times 5 officers should be about 15% attack. So I mean that adds up, right, guys? And that's kind of the point about stats is, a lot of people are tempted to just max out one, but that doesn't give you as much value as just increasing the whole floor and just increase everything to a specific level and work piece by piece by piece as you're going through this. So in this case, right, bring up all of your long range experts to the same level, bring up all of your long range attacks to the same level, bring up all of your melee hit points to the same level, right? Your skills should be around the same level most of the time, only because it's going to end up saving you like a lot of headache down the road. It's less skill books to do that, and you get more benefit out of it. So just spread it out, spread out the love, and you're going to have a strong city. So with anything else, if you guys agree or disagree with any of my decisions, please, of course, let me know down in the comments below. As always, please subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a lot. We are up to 725, which is insane to me at this point in my life. So I'm really happy about that. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.